What's up, everybody? We are over at Stage 1 Easy Riders. It is a combination of rifle only and earning calories on the Concept 2 bike. We are here taking a look at the women's, I believe, 40 plus division. And then we have one competitor in women's tactical that's also going to be in this squad. They are about to get ready, and we will explain how this stage is going to work with these competitors. But even if you look, you can see the hail/snow of the elements that continue. We are surrounded by mountains. Some of the mountaintops have snow. I like your poncho.
Oh, thank you. It's keeping me dry.
That is the most important thing right now.
Exactly. Dry equals warm.
Dry equals warm. Right now, I don't think I'm dry because I'm quite cold. But speaking to the elements, hand warmth is going to be something that is going to have a big factor in this, because some of their magazines have to not be preloaded. So getting bullets in the magazine, if you have frozen, numb hands, is going to add to the challenge in this stage. This will be this division's second stage of the day. 8 total on the weekend. 4 total for the day. So this will be about the halfway point for them. They are just looking for one final judge. We're gonna go stand under. Oh, we got another judge. I'm gonna stand under here for a moment just to try to not get the camera wet. In the meantime,
this is it for this heat, and then we gotta like get our act together.
all right, they are about to get started. And here we go to keep our equipment dry. We are covering our screens. And here we go.
Judges ready. 3, 2, 1, go!
And they are off. 13-minute time cap. You can think of this one like an EMOM. They will have 1 minute max calories on the bike, followed by 1 minute to shoot and hit all of their targets. They are steel targets about 400 yards out, and that target is hitting about a 24-inch plate. And it looks like all of our competitors, except for one, are going no gloves. One trying to keep her hands nice and warm. A little more challenging to see how many calories they're in with the screens covered. We got 19 to your left.
10 seconds!
About 10 seconds left. 19, so these ladies just shy of
3,
20 cals,
2,
29
1,
cals here in the center lane. Dang, putting it to work. So 8 shots on the steel, 400 yards out. So the way that our athletes will be able to know where they're shooting, because it's such a far away target, is each of the targets are marked with their lane number. So if you're in lane 2, you're looking for the target that has a big number 2. We also, if you can see over here, we have our spotters. So they're assisting to see where our hits are, and then there also will be a green light that flashes when they have an accurate hit. So only 1 minute to get all 8 targets.
10 seconds!
And then they will return for round 2 on the bike.
3, 2, 1!
They must clear their rifle. Nice, good transition here. In lane 5, Nicole Stewart. Nice transition, and you can even see to keep things dry in between, she has a towel. And then a towel to cover her rifle. So for the first 3 rounds, 6 total rounds is what they're doing. Their magazines will be filled with all 8 rifle shots. Then for the final 3 rounds, they will have to load their magazines. In between, it might sound a little bit confusing, but we'll explain it as we go. In between the 3 rounds, so at the halfway mark, they then will have a 1-minute reset where they can load their magazines. But if they're able to hit all of these 8 shots before that minute is up, they can also load the magazines as they go. So we've seen that from most athletes, but it comes down to how quickly they can get through this. If they don't have enough time, then have to just go right back to the bike. They're really going to have to use that minute to be as efficient as possible to load the magazines. And this is a stage where it's total points. So a combination of calories on the bike with hits that they get on the steel targets. So 10 seconds. Nicole Stewart and Tina Tate able to finish up within that 1 minute. And Tina was the athlete that we saw get 29 calories on her first round. Thank you. So just over 1,400 is the pace that she's holding on there. We'll see what her calorie count is before they reset them when we're done. Also holding over a 1,400, Ember Henning. Keeping your heart rate under control is the name of the game here, because if your heart rate is going to get much too elevated and then affect your shooting, you only have a minute to hit all of those targets. So here we got 11 cals. What do we have on here?
14.
14. Thank you.
Don't go on the right of this bike.
Okay, thank you. What did we have in here? How many cals did she get that round? Or what's she got 55 total?
She's supposed to put 55 total right now.
Okay, thank you. We'll check in at the halfway mark in that 1 minute reset. That'll be a good time for us to check in where all of the athletes are at with their calories. So that's not taking into consideration their hits. But it will at least give us a good idea of somewhat where they are relative to each other. Nicole making good, quick work. And she is fast reloading that magazine.
This is your 1 minute reload.
Oh. What? It's a 1 minute reload. 1 minute reload.
Oh.
Yep.
Good.
Reload.
So 8 shots in each magazine. So what's her total count on here?
So far she's got 48.
So we got 48 here into focus. What's can I look at your total? The clicker?
44.
44. Great. We were at, I think, 55 you said? Yep, 55. What do we have on the screen here?
We got 48 calories.
48. Okay, thank you. And what do we got on
48.
clicker here? 48. So a couple of ties in our center lane. Hold on, all of my papers are melting right now. Tina Tate
Go!
with 55. So now is the minute of work. We are at the halfway point, but we have a couple athletes who have not yet finished loading their magazines. So trying to finish that up. And Tina doing an excellent job on the bike. See if we can get a good view. It's bear with us if you're viewing from home. As it's a little tough to see with the screen protectors on right now.
10 seconds!
10 seconds.
3, 2,
And even though they have that full minute to work, they can, as you saw, a couple athletes get off the bike early to approach the firing line. They're not allowed to load their magazines until that minute at the firing line starts, but they can at least sit down, get in position, and get ready to start with their shots here. So this is round 4 of 6.
Nice job. 10 seconds!
So it looks like these ladies, this squad at least, is actually gaining speed on their shots, because the first round or two, almost none of them had finished their 8 shots before that minute was up. And that time, almost all of them were able to get to their bike just about at the start of the next round. And the weather is starting to calm down a bit. Nonetheless, some beautiful views out here in Reno. A lot of really great places to grab a bite to eat.
10 seconds!
We have some great vendors on site as well. American Dream Coffee. I think we have a taco truck over here. And keep in mind that all of our events at this point are free to spectators. So if you're in the area, you know a friend, you want to come out and see what it's like before you actually throw your hat in the ring to compete, come to one of our events. That's the best way to learn. And you can also volunteer. That is another great way to learn what we do out here. Several opportunities to compete throughout the season. We have our first international event later this year in Poland.
Nice.
10 seconds as we now see
3,
all of them able to get all 8 shots in before that minute was up. And this is the last round on the bike. And not a bad place to ride a Concept 2 bike either. Maybe we'd prefer it to be a little bit warmer, a little drier, but if you've been with us long enough, you'll also know that now that we get deeper into the season, some of these events will be blazing hot. So it's all about picking your poison. Do you prefer to be a little cold, wet, or hot and wet, I suppose, because you're sweating so much?
Go athlete, let's go! 10 seconds! Come on. Step it out. 3, 2, 1, go!
Where did she end with, Kels? 96. Dang.
Yeah.
Almost got to 100.
I know, right?
Got 82 here. Can I just see your clicker?
Yep.
96 also. Okay, 296. No, I forgot. Was that 96 or 98?
96.
96. Okay, 296s. Can I see the click? 81. Thank you. Okay, 95. So a couple athletes that made up quite a bit of calories on that second half, which also is a strategy in yourself. You don't want to blow up too soon. You don't want to go out really hot and then die.
3, 2, 1, time! Excellent work, everybody. Excellent
And that
work. Go ahead, clear your
is
rifles.
time. And
Chamber flag, then, please.
was this the last one before the next debrief too?
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. Okay. Okay, great. I just want to know before I start interviewing them if we're rushed or not. Okay. Okay, so we'll grab Tina and Nicole.
I don't know. Honestly, like I changed this spring out and I.
Sorry, what was your after?
32.2.
Tina, incredible work on that bike, holding, between a 1300 and 1400 nearly the whole time. What does your training look like that allows you to push so hard on the bike?
Oh gosh, I think that my trainer would have said that was not advised given my shooting wasn't as good as it should have been. But the target was really more sustainable, like, 1,000, 1,100. And when I realized I was shooting poorly, it created too much anxiety and I just thought I'd get calories versus
Try to make up where you
shots.
could.
Yeah.
When you have something as far as a 400-yard target, about 400 yards, give or take, are you able to practice that when you're not here at an actual regional event, or what does that training look like for something?
Not at home, honestly. The farthest I'd shot was at Sierra Vista, last regional event, and I hit a 500-yard target there, so I was happy with that, but it didn't quite translate here as consistently as I wish it did.
What is the biggest takeaway that you're hoping to accomplish throughout the weekend?
Oh gosh, just more experience behind the gun, honestly. Can kind of practice working out anytime, but it's a lot tougher to find time to practice shooting. So just learning my limitations behind a lens.
Great job out there.
Thank you.
Congrats. Okay, and Nicole, 96 calories.
Yeah, I don't know if this is good or not.
Well, you and Tina tied for calories as the highest calories for this squad, at least.
Okay.
How did the shooting feel?
Really bad, just because I couldn't see shit. So the scope is full of rain, and then you can't even see your holes, right? So that's why I kept wiping and wiping and wiping, trying to see something. Yeah, got better in round 5 and 6 at least.
Also chose to wear gloves. Do you feel like that was a good move to keep your hands warm, or were you able to feel the trigger the same way as you normally do?
Yeah, they are really thin, so I just wanted to have warmer hands, yeah.
Okay, well, great to see you out here. Congrats.
Likewise, thank you.
Okay, and that is a wrap for now. We still got about half of the day left. Ooh, do I see a little bit of sun? Could there be sun out here? Star, did you bring the sunshine?
Well, I brought me, so, it is what it is. It's great out here. I don't know what she's talking about, but it's awesome. It's wet, it's cold.
But it's tactical games. We live in the elements.
Exactly. So it wouldn't be a tactical games if it wasn't raining, snowing, if it was hot. It's never such a perfect conditions.
70 and overcast is never going to be the situation when we are out here. But that'll wrap us up. Now we're going to have our little midday debrief as people go to different stages, and we're going to get this uploaded for you. Make sure you like, subscribe, share this, send it to a friend. It helps the channel grow, it helps the sport grow, and we'll see you for the next video.